Hello, right here in front of you I have some of my most favorite science experiments. I'm not able to do these right now because it's pouring down rain outside. The traditional kid on a swing, that's a whole Nikola Tesla video in itself. The ball drop, the flaming hot wax in a tin can mixed with water, burning magnesium, the grain or Bayer aspirin dust experiment. You take dust from Bayer aspirin or grain, and you put it in a balloon and you shake it up, and then you put the balloon above a candle and it explodes. Because in the dust form, grain dust and Bayer aspirin dust are like 5 times more explosive than dynamite. Yeah, make sure you have the balloon on a stick. You don't want to be anywhere near it. Or an even better experiment. Place your tea candle in the middle of the lid like that. Light the candle, and then take your can and place it on top of the candle like that. And then what you do with an eyedropper full of grain dust or Bayer aspirin dust, through a hole in the side of the can you spray it, and then it explodes, shooting the can off. I want to warn you, wear your protection if you do that experiment. And over here in this experiment, you take a knife and you scrape some of the powder off from the striker, and you take the powder from the matches and you mix it together, and you take 2 bolts and a nut and you put the bolts together like that with the powder in the middle, and you carefully tighten it with the powder in the middle, and then you drop it on a sidewalk and it explodes really loud. This is to keep it falling straight. Yeah, and don't forget about the potato chip or cheese puff flammability test. So let's go shopping on eBay and see what kind of great chemistry stuff we can find. Let's try pure sodium. Pure sodium metal. Well, we got that. We got a ½ pound of pure sodium, 80 bucks. Oh, there's 2 pounds right there. There's 1 pound of pure sodium right there. That's like 1,000 times more dangerous than liquid nitrogen. Yeah, I love this webpage. This hazardous stuff has like no warnings on it whatsoever, no forms to sign. It's just like, if you have the money, you can buy it. Backyard scientists, don't kill yourselves. Some of this stuff you can buy on here is not toys, and it'll kill you. I mean, I get a kick out of this webpage. They won't sell banned or recalled toys like lawn darts, but they'll let people sell stuff like that, and you can buy things like what I'm about to show you. In this day and age, this stuff I'm about to talk about should never be done, or even attempted. I'm even nervous just typing this in and looking it up, because I might get in trouble. Let's type in thorium nitrate and see what comes up. Look at that, 1 gram of thorium nitrate, 29 bucks. And you can make a nuclear reactor out of that stuff if you had enough. So let's try americium and see what comes up. Not very much. You'd have to go get a bunch of smoke detectors to do that. Let's look up lithium nitrate. And see what comes up. There you go, lithium nitrate right there, 99.8%. 30 grams, 30 bucks. 500 grams, 108 bucks. If you take a block of lead and drill a little hole in the side of it and stick the americium in it, and take your lithium nitrate and do a couple things to it, and stick it in the hole and then cover it with aluminum, you can build a neutron gun. And whatever you stick in front of it, it makes the elements radioactive in them. Let's see what comes up on here for radium. Yeah, there's vintage stuff right there. Radium dial watch. Radium clock. I mean, you can take the radium off of this stuff and make the core of a nuclear reactor out of it. You look at that, an unopened bottle of radium radiacure. Yeah, that's lovely. I mean, that'll kill you. I just clicked on X-ray tubes and this was what came up. Dental X-ray parts. Yeah, you don't want to mess around with that stuff. Yeah, there's a video on YouTube called The Nuclear Boy Scout. At 15 years old, this kid built a nuclear reactor in his mom's garden shed. I tell you, this kid actually died last year. I mean, this was years ago when he built that thing, and he had the FBI visiting him every year. And he actually died last year because he got so paranoid from it. I heard that he actually gave himself a fatal dose of radiation, and he showed up at the hospital with radiation burns all over him, and then he died like 2 days later. So you don't want to piss around with stuff like this. Let's type in magnesium. Man, my spelling is terrible. Yeah, there's magnesium ribbon, 75 feet, 685 for, yeah, 685 for 75 feet, 25 grams, free shipping. Let's see what comes up for zinc. Yeah, zinc is not dangerous. There's 10 pounds, 20 bucks, zinc ingots. Yeah, I think it's hydrochloric acid. That you mix with the zinc and it makes hydrogen gas. Yeah, I don't see anything in here for it. Yeah, there's 39% hydrochloric acid right there. Yeah, if you take zinc and mix it with hydrochloric acid, it'll make hydrogen gas, and you mix it in a beaker. Back in science class, my teacher took a little soda bottle, and he used it to fill the soda bottle with hydrogen, and then one of the students lit the top of the bottle, and it burned, and then it eventually hit a point where the bottle made a really loud popping sound, and it scared everybody in the class. I want to type in high voltage capacitor. Let's see what comes up for high voltage capacitor. Those aren't high voltage capacitors. I don't really see what I'm looking for. Yeah, there's nothing that big on here. That's a nice 140 kV. That's a pretty good size one there. Let's see what comes up for a Tesla coil. Fully assembled mini Tesla coil. Come on, move. There's a little Tesla coil there, 55 bucks. There's a Tesla coil kit. There's one, $299.99. Yeah, there's a nice Tesla coil there, $1,080. See what comes up for a Van de Graaff generator. Van de Graaff generator. There's a nice one right there, 279 bucks. 250, 29-inch static electric ball. 100 kV hand crank one. Let's try Mark's generator. We'll see what comes up for that. Yeah, there's a DIY kit. There's a ZVS driver. It all says from China and Hong Kong. From the Ukraine. Personally, I would just buy my own parts and build my own. Well, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Remember to always be safe if you're going to do stuff like this.